Okay, folks, walk with me. A question came in: how do I let go of people's ideas of who I used to be? I think this is in the context. So I'm filming this between Christmas and New Year, and I assume that this question is probably rooted in some sort of holiday engagement that this person had with their family, and their family being, basically trying to draw them back into old situations that they would have engaged with, remind them of ways that they used to be, that they feel that they've worked really hard to distance themselves from, to grow from, to learn from, and that they are a different person at this point, and yet their family keeps dragging them back into conversations of old things. Or remember when you were this way, remember when you believed that, remember when you did this thing. And it's a tough one, and they want to move forward, but they're saying essentially it's driving them crazy, right? It's really upsetting them because they want their family to see them for who they are currently, and not just judge them and rehash, always try to pull them back into a life and ways of doing and thinking that they didn't feel suited them anymore, that they didn't feel comfortable with. And so they worked really hard to change those things. And now that they're a changed person, they feel that their family is not sort of willing to engage with them in that new way. A lot of the replies that I saw to this were along the lines of, give it time, stick with it. People will come around. You have to bear it out in your actions over a period of time, and they'll see it eventually. I actually think there might be more at play. Something that I didn't see mentioned that I would consider is somewhat tied to something that Alan Watts, I don't know why I said that weirdly, Alan Watts, the philosopher, mentioned, which was this idea that we know who we are in relation to others, in relation to how we are with others, in relation to how we feel about others, in relation to how others feel about us. And so what I would actually wonder is, how caught up in all of this, how much do these family members struggle with their own identity and who they are because of the ways in which they know who they are as it relates to old you, this old version of you, and who it is that they knew that they were in relation to that person, right? I'm going to totally make something up here because I don't actually know this person's history. But just to clarify, if this person used to be addicted to drugs, and a parent helped them get into therapy, helped them get into some sort of rehabilitation structure, process, and was there for them maybe with shelter and food and clothing, and gave them the ability to access the mental health and addictive services that they needed. Maybe that informed them of who they were, right? They were this immense caretaker. They were this person, this parent who could be relied on the harshest and hardest of situations, watching their child go through something almost unbearable and acting in a way that they felt proud of, that they felt that they had put in all of this effort and energy, probably even time and money, in order to help them overcome it. And they were patient, and they were a willing participant along the way. maybe seeing you on the other side of that somehow causes them to lose touch with those things. Maybe instead of being able to see themselves as a participant in something that happened a while ago and is now sort of come to completion, maybe in some weird way they miss being engaged with that, being an active participant, right? Not of something that happened in the past and has come to completion, but something that's actively happening now, right? And so they continue to be that active participant. They continue to be the ing version of that thing. It's not that they were compassionate through that, it's that they are being compassionate now. They are being, I don't know, throw in your verb, whatever it is. And again, I'm sure that this isn't the exact situation the person's talking about, but just as an example. And so I wonder if the ways in which that they perceive things about themselves that they like in regards to the person who you used to be and that you left behind, and that there's almost a mourning for that. There's almost a, are they still those things if you're not still your thing? And this could take a lot of different shapes, too many to cover in a video, but I would strongly consider that if that's actually a big piece of what they're struggling with here. All right, folks, food for thought, my 2 cents, whatever, but it's getting loud around here, so I'm going to cut this one. And if you watched me this far, walked with me, I certainly appreciate it. And as always, I will see you in the next video.